Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going to learn about balancing in the fourth seat at the 1 level, when the bidding is ready to die out. And I just want to mention there are 3 different situations that you can do in the fourth seat. One, you can double, take out double where you're short. One, you can bid 1 no trump. And bidding 1 no trump is not the standard 15 to 18. You pretend you're borrowing a king from your partner. So our level of 1 no trump in the balance.
Borrowing a king from whatever.
Okay, I think we need to do that. Let's mute all. I'll mute all. Okay. Right, I've muted everybody, so I won't be disturbed. Right, in the fourth seat, 1 no trump is not 15, 18. We pretend we're borrowing a king from partner. Now, if they open a minor, it's easy to bid 1 no trump, 11 to 14. But when they open a major, it's very hard to double or even make a bid like that because it gets the bidding too high. So my balancing no trump may be up maybe to 15. I don't want to get the bidding too high. I want to talk about balancing in the fourth seat. Do you require a stopper? Yes, you do, except if you were short, you would double in the fourth seat. But if you don't have a stopper and you've got 3 little cards, it's acceptable to bid 1 no trump with 3 small cards, but not with a doubleton. So that's something a lot of you do not know. Balancing in the fourth seat, a 1 no trump is 11 to 14. You pretend you borrow a king and you can have 3 small cards. But invariably you have a stopper in the opener's suit. I'm going to share the screen with you and discuss various situations in the balancing seat that I'm sure many of you were not aware of. I'm going to bring up hand number 2. That's the first one for this evening. And I want any of you to ask me questions before we begin. If there are any questions before we begin, I'd have to unmute you. So if I see your hands are up, I'll unmute you. But if I don't, I won't. No one else is looking to ask a question yet. Okay. All right. So let's talk about hand number 2. The bidding goes as follows. We don't have enough for a no trump opening, and East is going to open 1 club. Pass by south, pass by west. We're in the balancing seat. We don't have to have a spade stopper. The main thing is to have the club stopper. We've only got 12 points. This is the time you pretend you borrow a king from your partner. And you now build 1 no trump. That 1 no trump says, partner, I've got 11 to 14. I promise a club stopper. And looking at this hand, everything is on as if the East has never bid. 2 clubs is Stamen. Pass. 2 diamonds. I do not have a 4-card major. Pass. And now you've only got 10 points. You're not sure if partner's got 14 or 11. So on this particular hand, I'll bid 2 no trump. Pass. And now we have to make a decision. Do we accept the invitation? We only have 12 and partner's not showing very much. So I think on this hand, I'm obliged to pass. I don't think I would want to be any higher than 2 no trump. And that's where we're going to play. And the lead is going to be either the king of clubs or the ace of clubs to look at the dummy. It all depends on your agreement as to what you want on the lead of the king or the ace. The king may ask for attitude. The ace might ask for unblock or count. Yes, Susan.
And it all depends on if if East opens up a minor. What if they open up a major? Is it still the same?
Everything's the same, but now you would double because you don't have spades. If East opened a heart, it's the same, one no trump. But if East opened a spade, you would double because you're short in spades.
Okay.
As long as you've got a stopper in their suit. You must balance with a no trump. Your partner's rated to have values. Does
Okay,
that
thank
answer your
you.
question?
Yes.
So we're going to leave the king of clubs to look at the dummy. And now looking at the hand, we know we've got maybe 4 diamond tricks. We know that we have maybe 1 club is 5. We have 2 hearts or 7. I'm not 100% sure where all the cards lie, whether the opener has got the queen of spades or the queen of hearts. I don't know. But I've got to build up some tricks somewhere, and I need an entry as well. So when they leave the king of clubs, they're not going to continue the clubs. So they're going to play a diamond through dummy strength. They're not going to touch the spade suit. They're not going to touch the heart suit. And now you have to decide how you're going to play the hand. It's necessary to play towards the spade because you know the hand that opens must probably got the ace of spades. If they've got the queen, you've got a nice present, but we can try. So let's go down to our hand and play the spade early. Keep our entries. Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but I did want it. Okay. It's not right. Let me undo it because third hand plays high. Third hand plays the jack, and we win the king. We're now going to play the 10 of spades. Are they going to duck it or take the ace? They may take the ace because they have the queen, knowing that the dummy's got the king and the jack. They cannot go wrong if they duck it. So you're going to give them 2 tricks. If you duck it, they're going to have to decide how they're going to play the hand. So let's say they decide to play a small one. They have to guess whether to put up the king or not. The jack is still a stopper because you've got the 9. That is purely a guess as to what to do. Now when they play back the 9, you better take the ace. Otherwise, they're going to be able to finesse again. And they're going to just come back a diamond. They're not going to play anything else. And now your only entry for that spade is the ace of diamonds. So while you're there, take your king of spades. You must, because you're not getting back there again. Throw a heart away. And cash your ace of diamonds in case they break. Get them out of the way. And now you need to get to your hearts. Your diamond's good. Cash your king. Take what you can. And your 8th trick is the 9 of diamonds. And you don't mind what happens after that. And now you're going to give them the last 3 tricks, and you made 2 no trump. Linda's asking a question. Yes, Linda. Linda? Can you unmute?
Okay. I have my partner can't get in because it's a different link tonight. And we didn't have that link.
Okay, so we need to give them the link.
Just go to participants, hit participants. And then at the bottom, it says invite, hit invite, and you could send a text message, an email, or a link.
Okay. So if I send message, will it include the link?
Yes, it should.
Okay, are there any more questions?
No.
Everyone's happy with that? Okay, I'll get you the next one.
I put the
Okay,
link in the
Kathy
chat.
sent you the link as well. So we're going to put a hand on number 5. That was one of the other hands you wanted me to discuss. Hand number 5. Okay. North's going to open 1 diamond. Now look at the east hand, everyone. We cannot come in the bidding without spade tolerance. You have to learn to pass. These are hands where you've got to have tolerance for 3 suits to come in the bidding. Some people love to double on anything. So you have to pass. And it's going to go pass. And now we're in the balancing seat. In the balancing seat, the one that's ready to die out, anytime you have a 6-card suit, it doesn't have to be a major. It could be clubs. You would have to jump the bidding. If it's clubs, you would bid 3 clubs. If it's hearts, you would bid 2 hearts. You would now bid 2 spades. There is no weak 2 in the balancing seat. It's a full opening hand. It shows 12 to 16 points and a guaranteed 6-card suit, everybody. Okay, guaranteed. Pass by North. I don't know if North wants to come in the bidding. I don't think North's coming in anymore. It's really a pretty bad opening. And now East is sitting with 2 aces and a couple of points and knows that there's a game. Because you have an 8-card major suit fit. Partner's got 6 and you have 2. It's your duty to bid 4 spades. And that's how you should get there in the balancing seat. You must jump the bidding. 1 spade with 5, but definitely 2 spades with 6. Are there any questions on this hand? I bet all of you didn't know about in the balancing seat, there's no weak 2. That a jump in a suit, whether it's 3 clubs, 2 hearts, 2 spades, are all full opening hands, 12 to 16 and a 6-card suit. We're going to get the lead of the king of diamonds. I don't think that they should lead a singleton ace of hearts. They should not expect their partner to have any values at all. I think the king of diamonds is without a doubt the correct lead. Now we're looking at the following. We have 1 spade loser. We have 1 heart loser. We have 1 diamond loser. And we have 1 club loser. But let us think of the opening bid. They opened the bidding. We don't know where the king of spades is. If we can pick up the club finesse, hoping they've got the king of clubs, we can throw away a diamond to eliminate a loser and not guarantee on the spade finesse. Timing is everything. Win the ace of diamonds. Don't throw the jack away. It's too high a card. Forget about finessing the spade. I don't expect the spade finesse to work. Take your ace now while you're there. And play the queen of clubs. They don't cover. They see all the cards in the dummy. They play another one. And they don't cover. They play the 10. And on the ace of clubs, they throw their diamond away now. Timing is everything, everybody. Now we don't have to worry. All we're going to lose now is a spade and a heart. So we make sure that we're making our contract. We don't want to take any chances. Now we're going to play the spade. And that's a shock. They had the king, it would have worked. But it didn't matter. You can't afford not to do that. They'll play the queen. What are they going to play back? A diamond or a heart? It's up to them. Once they threw the diamond away and partner opened a diamond, it is entirely up to you. I would have come back a heart, hoping partner may have the king or ace queen. I would come back the heart. And now you can cash the queen of diamonds. And they'll drop it. They'll draw the last trump. And the rest are yours. And now you make the 5. You make 5. You make 11 tricks on this hand. Are there any questions on hand number 5? Because someone asked me about it, and I'm interested to know what the issue was.
Linda, can you explain again what made you decide not to try the finesse in spades?
I want to guarantee I get that diamond discard now. I want to guarantee I get that diamond discard now. I want to get rid of it. I've got no guarantee about the spade. But I'm expecting them to have the king of clubs. It's a pure chance that you take. I'm scared to take the spade finesse. If it doesn't work, they're going to cash their diamond. So I'd rather make sure I get to my hand and do the club first. Because the club offers me a chance to get rid of the diamond. It's purely my decision. I mean, you can decide if you want to go for the spade. But if the spade is wrong, they're cashing the diamond. So let's say the spade is wrong, right? They're cashing the spade, the diamond, and a heart. And now you're making 10 tricks when you can make 11 this way. You can guarantee your contract. If it works, it could have been reversed. They could have had the king of spades and the king of clubs in the wrong side. But we imagine the hand that opened to have it. We don't know. It's a pure chance you take.
Thank you.
Any other question on the hand? None? Well, someone asked me about it. I wanted to know if it helped. I wonder how they did it. I'm just interested to know.
Linda,
Yes.
well, I didn't ask you to do the hand, but I just want to go over. So in other words, you could bid 2 spades. It's not weak, it's strong, and you have to have a stopper in the suit they bid. Is that right?
No, you've got nothing to do with the stopper in the suit they bid. You are bidding your hand. You're guaranteeing 12 to 16 points. You do not have a stopper in their suit, but you want to get across your 6-card suit and show partner you've got values. You must take away a whole row of bidding space. I believe in being as aggressive and obstructive as possible. And it gets my hand across in the balancing seat. There are no weak 2s in the balancing seat. You don't have to stop her in their suit.
Okay,
Okay?
thank you.
Pleasure. All right, we're going to do hand number 11. Hand number 11 is going to open 1 spade. You are not to overcall clubs. I don't overcall 5-card suits. All my overcalls definitely are not going to overcall. 1 spade, pass, and now we're in the balancing seat. We have a lot of points in this hand. 6 and 5's 11 and 3, 14 and 4, 18, 19 points. On my convention card, I have in the balancing seat that 2 no trump over 1 spade is 18, 19. I never want to be the dummy, especially when they opened a spade. When you're holding the ace queen, always say to yourself, do I want to be the dummy? No. You're too good for 1 no trump. And a double followed by 1 no trump is 15 to 17. So a direct 2 no trump over 1 in the balancing seat is 18, 19. I know that Larry Cohen teaches 19 to 21, and I know other teachers do teach that as well. but I like 18, 19. It comes up more frequently than 19 to 21. I think it describes my hand much better and it's quicker and I don't have to wait. So on this hand, you should bid 2 no trump. And this hand goes pass. And now you've got a source of tricks. If partner's got 18, 19, and you have a 6 and a 5 card suit is 7, you know there's a game. So you would automatically just bid 3 no trump. Automatically. It's very important to say to yourself, do I want to be the dummy? Double is not a logical alternative under any circumstances, because the minute you double and partner bids, you may land up being the dummy and you don't want the lead through the ace queen. So please, everyone, a double followed by no trump is 15, 17. 2 no trump is 18, 19. And a 1 no trump is 11 to 14. Are there any questions on this bidding? Linda's the only one with her hand up, but I'm sure she forgot to put it away. Anybody else? No questions on the bidding? All right, well, you're not going to lead a spade. You definitely don't want to lead a spade. You know that.
Linda?
Question.
Yes.
Could you
On-
repeat that?
Sorry, what did you say?
Could you repeat 2 no trump is 18, 19, 11
Yes.
to 14 is 1, 9, and there was a third one you mentioned.
The third one is a double followed by a no, the cheapest no trump is 15, 17.
Thank you.
Those are the 3 bids in the balancing seat.
And question with respect to the balancing seat on that 2 no.
Hmm?
If West was sitting with this hand in the second seat, would they still contemplate 2 no trump?
No, they would bid 3 no trump immediately. The one who knows goes. You have a club fit and you don't want to be dummy. So you bid 3 no trump immediately if partner made an overcall. But partner would never overcall with 6 points and a 5 card suit. Maybe a 6 card suit, they could make a weak jump overcall. And you're still going to bid 3 no trump because you've got king third. Does that answer your question?
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. It's a very good hand. And I put it on my convention card. And every time I play with a student, the first thing I discuss is this area on the convention card. I want my partner to know that 2 no trump in the balancing seat at the 1 level, after the 1 level is ready to die, is always 18, 19 and a guaranteed stopper in the opener's suit. A double followed by a no trump, the cheapest no trump, is 15 to 17. That is why I said to you that if the opponent opens a major, I'm prepared to make it up to 15 points. I don't really want to double and then bid. It gets the bidding too high. I would make it up to 15, 11 to 15. If it's a major where there's no space. Okay? They're going to lead the king of diamonds. They're not leading a spade. And you've got a good stopper in the diamond suit. Now we've got to hope the following. Do we go for our run for our clubs, or do we go and try and build up more tricks? The spade we know is definitely not working. So in this situation, we have to look. We've got 5 club tricks. A diamond is 6. A spade is 7. We could get 2 diamond tricks if we give them the jack, or we could give them the heart trick, which will also give us a trick. So we cannot go squeezing ourselves, because if you do squeeze yourself, you've got to decide what you're throwing away at the first opportunity. Well, I'm not sure yet what I want to throw away. So in this situation, I think I'd like to play the jack of diamonds and make sure I get 1 diamond trick. And what are they going to play next? If they play a diamond, they're giving me a present. If they play a spade, they're giving me a present. If they put on the ace of hearts, they're definitely giving me 2 presents. So what are they going to play? They're going to lead a club through dummy strings? Okay, no problem. They lead the 10 of clubs. And you win the king. Now you're still in control. Play the king of hearts, please. Get that extra trick now. While you're in control. They never led a spade and they helped you. So they're going to come another club. They're not going to come back a heart. It will set up the 10 of hearts. They're not going to come a spade. And they can't come a diamond. So they're going to come another club. And now you're on easy street. You've set up your tricks before we know what's going on. Now you pray that the clubs break. And they did. And we're very happy. And we've got 2 more club tricks to play. We'll throw away a heart. They'll throw away what? Do they throw a diamond or do they throw a spade? All right, let's see what they do next. You're going to throw away a heart or you're going to throw away a diamond. The 10 of hearts is in dummy. We've got a chance of making the 10 of hearts. We don't have a chance of making the spade. So let's rather throw the spade away. And they will throw a spade away. Now you play the 10 of hearts. And you're not taking any chances. And the jack drops. Well, now you've got the 9 of hearts. And you've got the 10 of diamonds. So cash the ace of spades. Cash your 10 of diamonds. It's a trick. And now play your heart to the 9. And now you make an over trick. And that is called balancing. Are there any questions on this hand?
I have one.
There's no week 2 in the balancing seat. You
So-
would never be bidding a week 2 in the balancing seat. You might overcall. You might make a takeout double. You might overcall, but there's no week 2 in the balancing seat. Okay? Because someone asked me, there are no week 2s in the balancing seat. And if you are weak, something's wrong somewhere. Definitely, something is wrong somewhere, everyone. Okay? There are the lesson hands for those who came in late. Any questions? Any more hands?
Linda, on this one,
Yes.
as it turns out, my opponents did play spades and they were willing to sacrifice 2 losers in hopes that they could get in and run spades later. And that created problems.
Well, it doesn't, and I'll tell you why. Because if they let a spade, I've got 2 spade tricks. I've got 5 clubs of 7. I've got the ace of diamonds is 8. Before I do anything, I'm going to play the king of hearts and give them the trick, so I've got my 9th trick. You've got 9 tricks by giving up the king of hearts once they lead a spade. You've got 2 spade tricks. The queen of hearts is 3. 5 diamonds are 8 and the ace of 5 clubs are 8 and the ace of diamonds is 9. You've always got 9 tricks if they lead a spade.
How do we have 2 spade tricks?
Well, if they lead a spade, you're making the queen and the ace.
Okay, I see. Okay, yes, right. Okay.
So now you've got 9 by just giving up the heart. In fact, you could run the clubs and then give up the heart. And then there's no discussion. It's easy peasy. Okay? Yes, Linda, I love answering questions. What's next?
Do you ever do balancing in the 3rd seat?
In which seat?
The 3rd.
In the 3rd. The 3rd. That's the
Instead of the
partner of the opener. The partner
Oh.
of the opener is the third seat.
Okay, that doesn't make any sense then, does
No,
it?
it's got to be in the fourth seat when the bidding's ready to die out at the one level. But this
Okay.
two-note trump is definitely the first thing I ask and put down on my convention card. It shows 18, 19, and also they must know that a jump is not weak. There is no weak two in the fourth seat. That is so important. People don't realize that. Any other
So
questions?
does the 18 include borrowing 3 from your partner?
Does the 18 include what?
Borrowing 3,
A king
Points.
from your partner? No. The only time you borrow the king from your partner is when you're in the balancing for 11 points. You pretend you borrow a king so that you can bid a no trump. It's only the one no trump that you borrow the king.
okay.
Linda?
Yes.
So in other words, if someone opens one diamond or one club, and we have 11 to 14, we open one in the balancing seat, we open one no trump. But
Right.
if the opponent opens a heart or a spade, and we have 11 to 15, we also open one no trump in the balancing seat.
Correct. I
Oh, okay,
shaded
so-
down by one because it gets the bidding too high and I don't want to be dummy. I don't want to double.
So it's very similar whether our opponents open any suit. It's really a similar count if we go
Well,
to
the
one.
thing is that it's usually, some people do it with 10 to 14 and they stretch it a little bit and they don't want to pass out the hand. But I must be honest with you, I usually do it at 11. It doesn't matter. If you want to do it with 10, it's okay. It may be a good 10. So you must look at your quality of your suits and look at the substance of the suits. Like king,
Okay.
queen together are good cards. They're together. Valuation of cards are very important, hand evaluation. If the honors are together, ace, jack, 10 is very good valuation of the diamond suit. So you've got to look if it's a good 10, a bad 10, if it's a good 11, a bad 11. And also, I'm going to tell you about the fallacy. You do not guarantee a stopper when you bid a no trump, provided you have 3 small cards. We want a stopper, but if we don't have a stopper, you need 3 small cards. If you've got 2, you're forced to reopen with a double.
Why does that help to have 3 small cards?
Because invariably your partner and you balance.
Oh,
Partner's rated to have something in the suit.
okay.
Okay? It works out pretty well. I know everyone says you've got to have a stopper. That's the only time you can break the rules. You have to bid a no trump because you are flat, you balance, and with 3 small cards, you hope partner's got a stopper for you. So that's interesting in the 4th seat. Any other questions? Any other hands? No other hands? You mean we can finish up this evening so early?
Oh,
Okay.
I have one question.
Yes.
It is board 10
Okay.
and East opened a diamond.
Let me put it up and everyone can have a look at it. I'm trying to get it up. Hold on a second.
Okay.
It's board 10.
Yes.
I want everyone to see it. There it is. Okay.
So at our table, East opened a diamond. Everybody passed out. And
They
the
should never pass out. Because that hand should balance with 1 no trump.
yeah. And that's what we were thinking when we saw the board come down.
100%.
Okay. Yeah.
1 no trump is 11 to 14.
Yeah.
And that hand will never pass out 1 diamond.
Great.
And look at your 10s. King 10, Jack 10.
Mhm.
I would definitely would balance. Please, you must not pass out with that kind of hand. Any other hands? Well, on Thursday, we're going to discuss when the opponents die out at the 2 level. And that's going to be our next discussion. Not in the 4th position, when the bidding's ready to die at the 1 level, But when they have found a fit and they're dying out at the 2 level, that is my favorite, my bridge religion. And you'll learn about it on Thursday night. And I look forward to seeing you then. And thanks very much, everybody. I hope you all had a good time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Pleasure. Pleasure.
Good night.
Good night.